hear me? I guess it's done. Kind of tried to tune it by ear as best as I could. But kind of wrong. I'll go try her out, but that's in gear. Running, not dying. Good. Right, by the way, this starter is not great. Let's see if it'll start right back. Yeah. Anyway, I think I replaced that starter. Don't sound great. Yeah, by the way, it's charging good. And it's being good. I guess come get it. Okay, everybody. Got this one back together. And this is a 25XD. Mercury 25XD. I just gotta check some spark plugs, fill this with water, put the battery out here so that I can start it. To know about it, we cleaned this up. We've kind of set our wide open throttle. We got this to shift, and I put some notation. I put reverse and neutral and forward. Tried to figure this out. Now this is kind of weird. I don't know if it's because it's like a Quicksilver, but these are really tight. It's hard to get. You can't get this nut in between. It's working, so we're gonna leave it the way it is. But it shifts and opens the carbs. And I can't tell you exactly how I did it. I really don't even know myself. But that's forward. You saw it move. And it moves this cam opening and it opens up our carbs. I've been kind of messing with this adjustment a little bit to get a little bit more out of this. So I mean, it does move, so I don't know. You know, it'll open them up. If I bring this out to here, I mean, it definitely opens them up. But I'm still adjusting on that. Trying to figure out if I can find a good location for that. But then it'll go back to neutral. And then we'll go to reverse. And see, it does go just a little bit for reverse, but forward, it's not opening enough. We need to come a little more. So I think I gotta come in with this piece right here. I wish it was a little closer. Maybe I could go on the back side. So those two cables come up, they go around this cam, and you got locations, one here and one here where the pins slide in. So the inside cam has to come all the way around and slide into here, and then for the other side it's the same thing. But what I was having problems with is you could turn this by hand, and so I was really kind of unsure of like where this location would be for this to be correct. So, and then inside the take this off. Inside the motor there, or the tiller handle, is another cam. It looks just like this, but it's like on the other axis, right? Is why they're using this cable. And on that cam, there's 2 locations to put your little dowel pin in, but one of them is not all the way through. On this, they're all the way through. So it's a very confusing setup because you don't know, you're not sure anyway about where these should be located. And I just had to play, you know, back and forth, and I did this thing, I don't know, 7 or 8 times. No, actually about 4,700 times. So we're back to this. So we want this carburetor to get wide open throttle. So at wide open throttle with the, you know, with our cable, it should be something like, you know, this. So just, you know, kind of rolling this out and seeing how much room I have on these pieces, because it's old. And then once I get it on there, then I want to look again. See, that would be wide open throttle. So you can see in there, you know, our butterfly is wide open. So at idle, unfortunately, the carburetor is pretty far open, you know. So it's kind of, I'm having to just go back and forth until I find a happy place. So this really needs to fall. Like, if you see this, it's got a little arrow. It's right here. So, you know, that's where I would normally say that it should be. It should be really far in. But if we do that, then with this all right. So when you're lining up that arrow, don't line it up with the cam. It's another Mercury thing. They totally screwed that up. First touches. I don't know what's there. It makes no sense. But to get this motor to run right, no matter what I did with that linkage and everything, is not lining up, and it runs better where the cam is a little bit behind that line. To where I think it should be. It's not opening the butterfly, so yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a happy medium, I think. I think probably the thing to do is try to figure out, you know, if it's fired in the correct order, because like that would be in, and we can adjust this, which is supposed to be just our, you know, our spark idle stop. And we have to look this motor up. Here's another can of worms, because I have to look this up to see where this guy is at. But so what I end up having to do is just tune this one by ear. Just no way to do a timing line, because none of the flywheel is indexed. There's no timing pointer. There's none of that stuff, so I had to just kind of listen to it, and then play with my tuning on the carburetor and the tuning with the idle stop. I have to do like some kind of timing to figure out, you know, if we're in time. But I might try to fire it up. I've got it in a basic location where the other one was, you know, but this is like, you know, this should be how it opens and closes the carb. Yeah, so why is it, you know, do we need to lengthen this, but then this is going to change our timing? So I need to just run the engine and see if I can adjust this by the timing and get it sounding right. I think by my ear, I'm going to use my ear on this one and try to get this, you know, where I think it's right. And then I can adjust this arm for the carburetor, and hopefully that all works out for me. I'm just thinking this thing through, because I've never done one of these, and it's really confusing. I don't know why it's confusing, but it is. Okay, I hooked up this so that I can check my spark. I can't remember now. And then I also want to see if I have anything coming, like fuel coming out of here, spraying out of here. And because the carburetor, when I got it, like it was something crazy, like 3 turns out or something. And I'm thinking it's only got to be, it doesn't have to be that. So let's see, right now, like, yeah, I got it all the way closed, so let's just go like 1.5 turns, I think, or 1 turn maybe. It's a half, there's 1. I'm going to start 1.5 because, I mean, I have to go look it up in a manual, but from what I saw, you know, that's, I mean, that's different than any Mercury I ever heard of or knew, but I got a little battery out here, got some water in my tub, and let's see what happens here. I've got new fuel, new tank, new line, it's all hooked up, and I don't know how charged this battery is. So this, oh yeah, we got good, so now, so there's fuel coming out. I put the choke on. Should see some fuel coming out of here. So I don't even smell any fuel. You know, of course, I don't have the right manual, but hey, it says like 1.25 turns. I don't know. Seems kind of right, maybe, for most of these carburetors. I got choke on, pumped up my bulb. Yeah, I think we're getting fuel. Slow these in here. These are the right plugs, Champion L76Vs. I think he's got a whole bunch more in there. So we thought these were bad, which I guess I could have checked. Okay, I guess I've been a little bit up. I've been up the river a little bit on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna check these spark plugs, make sure they're good plugs. I'm sure I did this before, but I don't remember it. I'll just go over and connect them to my meter, and it'll tell me if they're good, bad, or in whatever. So anyway, he brought a bunch of plugs. I guess he'd already bought these, so I guess we'll just throw them in. This looks like new old stock. And we can even check these to make sure. Go around the horn, I guess. Some of these Champion plugs will show continuity, some will not. Some will just show a ohm reading. So I don't know, that one didn't show me anything. Very weird. Doesn't show an ohm reading, doesn't show anything. I'm going to put the original plugs back in it. I don't think they're good, but they should show an ohm reading or at least continuity. And it's not. It's not. We got choke. We have our cable, or well, we have our shifting, our carburetor cable disconnected right now because I want to see how if this runs or how it runs. Yeah, it should screw. Yeah, that's getting a little better. Try to advance. Yeah, that ain't working. I'll figure out what to do next. Alright, I got some just BUHWs, EGK plugs. I'm gonna try that because, you know, it's weird. These only had a certain ohm resistance. It was like a run and run, but then it doesn't. I don't know. Something very odd's going on with it. Maybe it's just severely out of time. It's possible. If it is that, then you have to go through all the plugs that he gave us. Just make sure that they're a couple of good plugs. Because that one was right out of the package and it read nothing. So, yeah, I've had plugs. Just, I don't know what it is. I've had good plugs, bad plugs. I've had brand new plugs that are bad plugs. I don't know, you know. I don't know why. You think that those companies that have better quality control than that. But it should run on these. These are good plugs. Now I'll put you over here in case it does pop off. Put my charger on the battery too as well. Unless we're just not getting fuel at all. Almost. Okay. Closer. Don't like how the starter sounds, but he did say that somebody had done a helical job on it. It's not too terribly hot yet, so the spark plugs must have been one of the problems, and then we just got to get it close to in time here with both the fuel delivery and the spark. So